Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully I catch some people. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Oh, got one. Two. That's good. Hi, everybody who's shown up. Let me sound off in the comments if you're out there. And now we're back down to one, but that's okay. Got to start somewhere. Just sound off in the comments. Hi, Mike Root. Glad you can make it. You're the first one here. Yay! Feel vindicated. Or validated. I think I'm using that word right. Anyway. So... yeah. So we got one. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if anyone else shows up to this little shindig. It's another afternoon with DPZ here on YOUniverse, the only nerd-centric thing you need in your life. And yeah, we're just here to talk about some stuff, hang out with you guys, and see what happens. What's going on with you guys? Oh, got someone else. Yay. As always, feel free to sound off in the comments. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Yes. Oh, Gaslight 88. Wait, I actually made it. What did I miss? Nothing. You just got here, Gaslight. So, you just got here. So, yay! Feel validated. You're the second person here. Yeah. It's always funny because I think Gaslight, you always you're always late to these things, or always at the end of of these things. So I find it funny that you're actually here. You're actually here. So how is everybody? All two people. How are you out there? I am fine. How are you? What have you done today? I'm doing this. I'm having a one-person conversation. This is getting, You stream right when I'm at work, and I'm good. Yay! Anyway, so we got about 2 people here. It's fine. I'm actually glad I got people this time around. Because the first time, if you guys didn't see it, I did a little stream, and I waited about 5 minutes. I was like, ugh, enough of this shit. Let's try it again. So... yeah, I basically, it was just like, let's try a second time and see if that works. If anyone wants to come in and say hi, hopefully, as the time goes forward, we'll get more people. Fingers crossed. Anyway, but, so yeah, Mike, Gaslight, since you're the only 2 here, what do you guys want to talk about? Go ahead, floor's yours. What do you guys want to talk about? It's all you. I'm looking at what might be interesting. It appears to do Bumblebee's high rating. An Optimus Prime movie might be in the making. I hope so. I hope we get an Optimus Prime solo movie. I did a whole video on my channel talking about what I'd like to see in an Optimus Prime solo movie. I think that... I'll just talk about it here, I guess. So what I'd like to see from an Optimus Prime solo movie... what I'd really like to see from an Optimus Prime solo movie is that I want to see when he was back as Orion Pax. I know an origin movie, but I think some of the most interesting stuff is with him as Orion and Megatron, when he was Megatronus, and them kind of dealing with inequality. You could definitely go the X-Men First Class route with Megatron and Optimus and really kind of show that divide and the upcomings of the Cybertron Civil War. That would definitely be a good angle, I think, for the series. So yeah, that's what I think, is that you could definitely do something cool in that regard. Anyway, so there you go. Oh, 3 people now. Yay. Hello, new person, whoever you may be. Anyway, so yeah, the live stream is still going. We're 5 minutes in. I should really start doing like announcements for these. I really should do like announcements for these, and a little less. Oh, hello, Heath Lesser. Be a big crossover, Heath. It'd be a very big crossover. I don't know what it would be like as one giant thing, but oh, Jesus, that is some serious glare. I think I was being fucking abducted. Look at this shit. Look, it's being torn into the light. Yeah. At least Young Justice, I would say, it'd be fun to see like Finn trying to shoot arrows and Kid Flash is snatching them out of the air, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Anyway. Anyway, so for those joining, all three of you joining, like I did my last live stream, for those, basically Chris has sent me some new comics to talk about. But since some of you guys are new, let's face it, all three of you guys weren't here last stream. I'll talk about all the comics, and you'll be seeing all the reviews on this channel. Got about 10 books in total now. Had to wait until I got all the comics together. So let's get started. So first off is Prophecy by Dynamite Comics. Prophecy was this giant event, 7-part event that was basically one giant crossover with almost all of Dynamite's properties at the time. You had like Vampirella, Dracula, Red Sonja, Panther, Ash from Evil Dead. You had Sherlock Holmes and Watson. You had Herbert West, the Reanimator. You had everybody in here. You had almost everybody in here trying to stop the Mayan end of the world. Yeah, because this was made in 2012. Anyway, so there's one. Now moving on to our next two, which is first 2 volumes of Moonshine by Brian Azzarello from Image Comics. So Moonshine, for those who are unaware, this is a really cool premise. Moonshine is basically a werewolf versus gangster story. It's a werewolf set in the 1920s Prohibition era, so I had to get in on that shit. You guys know already, I love werewolves and I love gangsters. This definitely this was definitely right up my alley for that. It was definitely something I was really looking forward to, and I actually talked about in the last section, like the last review. The last live stream. Why am I saying review? Last live stream, I showed off Volume 2, but now today I got Volume 1. So now I have both volumes. Yay me! Being reviews of that on here. So moving on now to another Image book, Bushido. Bushido is from what I gather, is samurais versus vampires. Let me say that again. Samurai versus vampires. How cool is that? I'm not talking and it's not, and what's interesting is that's not the Japanese version of the vampire or the Asian version of the vampire, the Jiangshi. It's actually more of you have the more European traditional vampires fighting samurai. So, yeah, Bushido, Way of the Warrior, I'm in. I'm all in. So next up, in terms of another Image book, we have Witches from Scott Snyder and Jock. This is going to be terrifying. I can already tell. I flipped through some of it. I didn't want to spoil the ending, but yeah, this comic looks scary. It's one of the scariest books out there, so I'm really looking forward to reading Witches. Yeah, so moving right along to some Zenoscope, which I'm getting more and more, thanks to Chris, I'm getting more into. Starting off with Escape from Monster Island. Escape from Monster Island is, it's not Godzilla related. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But what it is this place called Monster Island that essentially is a prison for all these different types of monsters, like cyclopses, werewolves, vampires, um, demons, all these kind of monsters are all locked up in like this island penitentiary for monsters. And the problem is that's gone dark. It's gone dark. There's a breakout on the island, and now this elite team has to go in there and stop these monsters and put them back in their cells. So this is going to be fun. I actually read that. I didn't read it yet, but basically I saw this and I was like, Chris, you think you can get this for me? He's like, yeah, I can get this for you. So thank you so much for that, brother. Moving right along to Robin Hood Legends. This is another volume in the Robin Hood series. If you don't know what Robin Hood is, it's basically another of the Zenescope Grimm universe, where it's a female version of Robin Hood. I read the first volume, really good. I really liked it. So I'm really looking forward to this. Moving on now to some Vertigo. We got some Vertigo in here. The Lost Boys, Volume 1, The Lost Girl. Now, this is actually written by Tim Seeley, who most of you guys know best for Hack Slash, and he currently is writing, he's been writing for DC, but he's been doing a lot he did a lot, of course, Hack Slash, and he's done a lot of horror stuff. But Tim Seeley wrote this for Vertigo. It is the first volume of The Lost Boys, and basically, what was I going? Yeah, this is basically like the official sequel to the Lost Boys. That's really cool of Aspen and Image Comics, Heath. This is basically like one big sequel to the original Lost Boys movie. Doesn't count the other movie sequels. It's just this movie. Like, just the movie. Focuses on this. I love Lost Boys, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tim Seeley, who most of you guys would know best as Tim Seeley is a great horror writer. He's a really good comic writer, so I'm really looking forward to see what he does with The Lost Boys and where he goes with that. Oh, now we got 4 people. This is good. Moving on now to the next book from Vertigo I got from Chris, Royals, Masters of War. Royals, Masters of War is a alternate World War II history where the royal family actually have superpowers and they're fighting in World War II. I'm interested in this, but the writer I'm not too keen on. Reason being is because the writer is a guy by the name of Rob Williams, who wrote this garbage-ass Terminator RoboCop crossover called Kill Human. That crossover is straight up shit. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how I'm going to be taking. I'm not really sure if I'm going to enjoy Masters of War. Hopefully, I will. I don't want to shit on anything Chris sent me. I don't want to shit on anything my bro sent me. So hopefully, I can enjoy this. So. Yeah, and I've heard good things about it, so maybe Rob Williams can actually... Maybe if he does his own original stuff. Like somehow like some people are good at one aspect of comics, but when they do something else, it just kind of fails. Not the rejected Deadpool villain. It's the DC's Vertigo line. Yeah, so... And finally, from Bentez Productions... Lady Machina Volume 1. This is a steampunk... It's kind of like Alita Battle Angel if it was steampunk. That's the best way I could explain it. This looks really fun. It looks like a fun adventure series. I love me steampunk. Love me some steampunk, so I'm definitely going to be checking this out. I am definitely going to be enjoying the shit out of this. Bushido I'm really interested in, as well as Zenescope. Also didn't know they made Lost... I didn't know either. I did know that Dynamite I think it was Dynamite, did a comic a while ago called The Year of Frogs, but that's no longer in continuity. It's just that comic now. Hello, Brandon Bess. Giving love to the independent comics. That's awesome, man. Thank you. You can also thank my friend, the Mount Vernon Kid. He sends me these comics monthly, or tries to send these monthly, and I do reviews on these for Comic Universe, the channel. So yeah, I'll go through the comics again when we get more people. So for those of you who have been watching this for the past 15 minutes now, just know that I may be doing this over. I'll be doing this over again for anyone new. So yeah. But yeah, it's pretty much all independents. It's really all independent books. Most of you guys already know that as the crossover guy, I'm going to do Prophecy first because I'm the crossover guy. Yeah, but don't worry. I have several books to get through. And actually, there's something I need to finish first before I get into this big old pile right here. Let me show you real quick. You see this? I've been chipping away at this for a while. I got this as a Christmas present for my cousin. Transformers Cybertron, the collected edition of the Dark Cybertron event. Wow, it's been really good so far. 12 issues long. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. I'm now on part 7 of the event, 7 of 12. So yeah, I got a little tag there. I'm a little over halfway done. So yeah, that's a handful. Yeah, look at this. This is a beefy book, as Markiplier would say. This is a beefy book, and it is definitely beefy. Just look at how thick that is. It's extra thick. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this first and then go into the books because I was like, oh man, they came in and I just started reading. I'm almost done with. Well, I'm not even. I'm only a little halfway done with the book. So I'm gonna finish this first because I'm already like committed in there. So yeah, that's the plan. That is generally the plan. Is it thicker than the entire Watchmen collection? I don't know, honestly. I don't because I think Watchmen might be a little thicker than this boy right here. But this is a thick boy right here. This is a thick boy. But I've been really enjoying it so far. I may do a review of Dark Cybertron on this channel. If you guys are interested in my thoughts on Transformers Dark Cybertron. I really, I've been enjoying this. So, yeah. IDW, baby. Can't go wrong with IDW Transformers. So, that is pretty much what we're doing today. Just shooting the shit. We got a 5th person now. Who is? Who hath arrived? A newcomer has arrived. Who enters? Anyway, Mike Root says when Deadpoolzilla reviews Bumblebee, just for the irony, make Ruby Bumblebee. I should do that. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. Oh man, that was funny as shit. I'm gonna consider that when I finally get around to watching Bumblebee. Then people will be like, "Oh, he's talking about the Bumblebee." It's the movie review. Might as well stay and watch. Oh man. Yeah, so I'm just kind of thinking in my head how that would go down, honestly. But yeah, team up with Carlotta Studios to see what their next headcanon idea is. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I don't know. See what Carlotta Studios has to say first before anything else. You know what the problem is with January? Not a lot of big comic news. Not a lot of major comic news that comes out. Rarely, if ever, do we get really good comic news, honestly. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just the start of the year, nothing really happens. I just answered my own question, didn't I? Yep. Just answered my own question. It's not really Cyclonus X Arrow. It's more like they're Cyclonus and Arrow are siblings in my headcanon. Which, in theory, like, it would probably annoy the Ruby community, but it would be a good laugh, yeah. Bizarro critic. So it was you. You are the fifth. That's a Battlestar that's an obscure Battlestar Galactica theme. Quote, I should say. Theme. What the fuck am I saying? You're the fifth. Hello, Bizarro Critic Inc. How are you, Bizarro? Just kind of sitting here. It's been a slow stream, but I think we've gotten some... No, we've got nothing done. We've had nothing done. Just kind of like, maybe I did it a little too early. Maybe I let's see. Sorry, I was distracted. I was distracted by something. Just chilling since no work. Yeah, no work here, too. And we dropped down to 3. Great. My stupid ass totally forgot about... I was doing a live stream. Damn you, distractions! I've been... what am I excited for most this year in general, not just movies? Well, aside from the movies, you know, outside of movies, nothing's really like popped out at me to go, ooh, that's what I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's the problem, is that nothing's really coming out yet that has made me go, ooh, I'm really excited for that. Have any of you read Black Sat? Oh, hold that thought, Bizarro. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. You're gonna love this shit. Yeah. Look at that. The entire collection of Black Sad. Yep. Focus, damn it. Yeah. Drink it in. The whole collection of Black Sad. Goddamn autofocus. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so Black Sad, the entire collection. Fucking autofocus. Come on, damn it. So yeah, for those who are wondering what Black Sad is a comic that was, it's a comic full of anthropomorphic characters who, it centers around this guy named John Blacksad, who is a black cat who is a private detective in like a 1920s era world. Oh, bye Heath. Sorry you couldn't stay longer. Yeah, so it's a neat little detective comic. I know it's like, oh, is it a furry comic? It's not furry. It's just that the animals are anthropomorphic. In fact, actually, this was created by a major Disney animator, Juan Diaz Carnelas. I hope I'm saying that last name right. But the dude worked on like Jungle Book and all that. So he was actually like a professional guy from Disney did this book. So yeah, I've had this for a while. It's really good. I know there's a fourth story on there. Black Sad is so good the camera can't handle it. I know. So Black Sad, it's there's 3 stories collected. It doesn't have the fourth story, which I cannot find. I can't find the fourth story. Hey Billy. Hey Billy. But yeah, I love this book. I got it as a birthday present a few years ago, and it's really good. I want to show you some of the artwork. I hope I don't like. I'm going to look for something that's not too, shall we say, risque. Yeah, so hopefully it won't autofocus. Yeah, is this not some great ass art right here? Is this not some great ass art? It's so good. It is. This is not for kids either. This is not a kid comic either. This also deals with a lot of like major subjects like racism, the Cold War, and some hardcore like crime stuff. This is really neat. Arctic Nation is probably my favorite of the 3 stories. It's a really hard-hitting story about racism, which is it published by Vertigo. It's actually, this book right here is published by Dark Horse, even though the publishing group was by Dark Horse. I don't know if you can still find the collected edition of this, and I have yet to find the 4th story, which I really want to. But yeah, this is really good. I would highly recommend this as a cool detective story. Yes, they're all animals, but imagine Zootopia if it was done by... If Zootopia was done by Martin Scorsese, it would be Black Sad. So there you go. There's a recommendation for you guys. Yeah, Martin Scorsese's take on Zootopia would be Black Sad. That is literally what we're looking at here. Yeah, I remember your original views on the Black Sad. Unfortunately, I haven't got a chance to read them. I highly recommend you read them. Is that it, or is there more? That's not the only book. That was actually a book, Billy, that I've had for years. That was a birthday present. I've actually got a big collection of books I want to talk about. And some of you guys who have been... I'm going to wait a little longer to re-talk about the comics again. Imagine if a kid reads this and the first thing they see is a dead, naked Catwoman. Yeah, it's going to awaken some things, but yeah. Maybe a Disney will make a movie on Black Sad, because face it, they're running out of ideas. They can't make a movie on Black Sad. No. No, they can't do Black Sad. Is Kill Human worse than Genesis? They're hand in hand and shit. That's how I view it. That is how I view that kind of video. Anyway. So. Yeah, so... I'll talk about the other comics again when we get some more people, because I don't want to do it a third time. But yeah, that wasn't one of the comics. I just Bizarro Critic asked, that freaking glare! Oh my, the blinds are down too, guys. You gotta believe me, the blinds are down too. Are they making a game on Black Sad? Are they really making a Black Sad? I'd play the shit out of that. If they are or not, I don't like. Not Disney, I mean. But yeah, so I used to hate Rise of the Machines, but going back and watching it, I'm like, this is not bad. This is not as bad as I remember. It's not great. Rise of the Machines is not a great film, but considering the other Terminator sequels we've had since Judgment Day, I like it. I like it. Like, there's a little more story to it. The human character, like the guy playing John Connor, not interesting. TX, villain. But that fight between TX and the T-800, awesome. Is that real? Is this a real thing? A Black Sad game? Is it like? Is there a trailer and everything? Holy shit! I'm gonna go check this out. Salvation, I need to rewatch again. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either the first time I saw it. So maybe if I watch it again, maybe I'll give them like, I don't know, maybe my thoughts will change on the subject. But yeah, like I said, Rise of the Machines, not as bad as I remember. Not great. It's not great. But considering like the, compared to Genesis, Yeah, it's better. It's way better. Like it's more palatable to watch. Like if I had to had to choose, hey, what Terminator movie you want to watch? Genesis or Rise the Machines? That one. Oh my God, Bizarro! Don't play with me, man. Don't play with my emotions on that. Um. What about the TV series? I never watched Sarah Connor Chronicles. Can't talk. That. I haven't watched the Sarah Connor Chronicles. My friend C-Dubs, he actually owns some of the DVD collection. I've been meaning to ask if he could loan that to me so I could watch some of it. I never watched the Sarah Connor Chronicles, but I probably should. Ugh. I need to. I really do need to. So yeah. Maybe I should have waited a little bit until not to say this is bad, but I was hoping for a bigger turnout. We're like a half hour in, I was kind of hoping for a little bigger of a turnout. So maybe we'll give it a little more time. There's still, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't fucking going nowhere, so might as well just sit and wait. Talk to you guys, see what else is up. So Billy, Bizarro, Gaslight, fourth guy. What do you guys want to talk about? What questions do you have for DPZ here on Comic YOUniverse? Shoot the shit. Go ahead. Fire away. Oh, okay. Is it good? Is Sarah Connor Chronicles good? I'm not I need to watch it. C-Dubs has a DVD collection. I need to just sit down and watch it, maybe with him or something. Sonya Xena Warrior. I think that's going to happen. I think Dynamite is that's going to happen, Billy, is that we're going to get a Red Sonya Xena crossover. I guarantee you that also Dynamite's probably talking to DC right now for a Xena Wonder Woman crossover. I guarantee you that we are probably going to get either Red Sonya and Xena or Wonder Woman Xena. Promise you that's probably going to happen. I promise you that's probably going to happen with this. All right, I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look this up for the Black Sad game real quick because I need to see for myself. Holy shit, it's real! Holy shit, it's fucking real! It's kind of like a Telltale game, too. I like that. It's kind of like in the vein of the Telltale games. Yeah. Okay, shut me the fuck up. That shut me the fuck up. What's a better story? Time travel or... I always prefer, multiverse stuff. I don't mind time travel, but sometimes I'm like, time travel's been kind of done to death. Multiverse stuff can be really fun. Look how well that's going for Rick and Morty. What's your hope for Avengers Endgame? That we have a really good end. That I just want this, to really build up to something grand, Thoughts on HBO's Watchmen? My thing with it, guys, is that... Here's the thing. With HBO's Watchmen. Why do we need this? I mean, how can you change the story any further? And how are you going to make... Because they said they want seasons out of it. They want multiple seasons. So, yeah. Also, what's real? No. The Black Sad game. That's what we were talking about. That's real. The Black Sad game is what's real. HBO's Watchmen, going back to your question, Billy, what that is, I don't know. I mean, Jeremy Irons as Adrian Veidt That's really cool. But I was like, do we need this? Do we need this? How much story can you get out of 12 issues? Is it a mini-series, or are we just doing like a full-on thing? Also, David Lindelof as Watchmen, you know, I know he did Lost and all that, but everything else Lindelof has done, not great. So you'll give me. Also, I don't get HBO, so why am I even talking? Like, I don't get HBO. I can't afford HBO. I know, I'm a poor bastard. I'm a poor little dude. Did I like Zack Snyder? This is gonna sound like straight up heresy, but I actually really dig. Hey, Omnitron. I actually really dig. Minutemen could get. Yeah, I could totally get behind the Minutemen show. There's so much you could do with that. But going back to what I actually like the Zack Snyder movie. I actually like the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie. It was really concise storytelling, and this was like when Zack Snyder, before people could shit on him. And granted, it's not the Watchmen movie isn't perfect, but it's Watchmen. It's how can you know? And I'm gonna let you guys on a little secret. Come here. I actually like the movie more than the comic. DPZ likes a movie over a comic? I know, it's weird, but Watchmen to me, I understand and recognize that it's probably one of the most valuable points in comic book history, but the problem is that I feel like I think there's some creative choices that Alan Moore did that made me go, why do that? Whereas the movie, I feel like it trimmed a little of the fat and over-explanation and did something really cool. Yeah, so that's just me, though. If you enjoyed the Watchmen comic, that's totally fine. So, yeah. Yeah. Also, how, by the way, guys, what do you guys think of MK11 gameplay trailer coming soon? I am so ready for some MK stuff. I am so ready for some MK11 stuff. And also, Jeff Johns' Doomsday Clock. I keep forgetting that. Also, it just occurred to me, DPZ, you dumbass, you have a Watchmen poster. So why are you saying, well, it's the movie poster. And I'm not saying I don't hate Watchmen, it's just that I was, maybe I just didn't connect with me as everyone else did. It's funny, too, because I actually owned some before Watchmen comics. To be fair, okay, that's fair. The animated films over the Frank Miller comic. Because, again, I feel like it trims some of the fat and keeps the story a little more concise. Also, hello, Nathan. Glad you could join us. Omnitron, I think I said hello to you. Looks good, but that music... music for what? The movie? Yeah, the Watchmen movie? Anyway, so finally we're picking up. Glad we're finally picking up, like almost 40 minutes in. Let's go. I'm ready for some MK. Me too. I'm so ready for some MK11. Okay, let me ask you these. Let me ask you this question, guys. For reference, what characters, not DLC, not guest characters, no guest characters in this question, what characters are you hoping to see in MK11? Like, what playable characters in-game already? No DLC, no guest characters, no none of that. Let's just talk about regular characters in the game. What characters are you hoping for in the game? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Omnitron. Yeah, so what characters are you hoping for in the game? Me personally, I want Fujin. I've been waiting for Fujin for a while. I've been really waiting for Fujin to be part of the game. I think with, obviously, the whole thing of Raiden being tainted by Shinnok's magic is really going to play into that, and Fujin is definitely going to have to step up. They've been building the Fujin for the past 2 games. It's time to get in Fujin. Also, really hoping we get... I want Aaron Black back. I know he's not a loved character, but there's so much potential. I felt like there's some wasted potential for him, MKX. So he's an immortal from Earthrealm. Why hasn't they expanded that further? Like, how did he become immortal? Why is he working with Kotal Khan? Stuff like that. I know it's probably for money, but there's probably more to it. So Aaron Black, I would like to see back. Yeah, whatever new feature to MK11 will be used in Injustice 3. More than likely, those games kind of play off of each other very easily. So yeah, I have no doubt that we'll probably get some feature in there. Nightwolf would be nice back. Nightwolf and Ferrator. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Ferrator. But Nightwolf, yeah, Nightwolf's back, actually, as a remnant. So I think it'd be cool to have Nightwolf finally back. Dagon would be cool. Dagon, the head of the Red Dragons. He's actually, and you're probably thinking, yeah, Dragon Emperor would be cool, but I think they're saving him for the next game. I think they're saving Onagu for the next game. Excuse me. But I think what the thing is that I think what would be a good case is that Dagon, most of you guys remember him from the later Mortal Kombat games, because mostly they've been building him up in the MKX comics from DC that's officially in canon. So the head of the Red Dragons, that'd be really cool. Jade also, I want Jade back so bad. I definitely want Jade back. I'd like to see Noob Saibot. Saibot would be another return character I'd love to see. Actually, and I think this is going to happen. I want Kano's son Connor in the game. Because remember, Kano does have a son that he abused. We did see in his tower ending that he was abusing his son. So I think, and it's very possible that Connor, I think that's his name, is going to be in the game. Now, whether he's going to be working for his dad or joining Earthrealm Special Forces, that leaves up to, that's up to interpretation. So, yeah, but I would like to see, I think Connor's another one. And I think we're going to get some new characters, like we said, with that time travel character that looks like the main antagonist. That might be the case. Goro's another good one, Mike. Yeah, Goro definitely is a good one. So yeah, what other characters do you guys want to see in the game? Not DLC, not guest character wise, but like in game wise. Yeah, so like you said, Mike Root said Goro, Omnitron said Jade, Bizarro Critic said Onagu, Gaslight said Nightwolf and Ferrator. So we got a few, so let's see what other characters you guys like to see. How much you want to bet that if Connor is in game, that him and Cassie are going to have a romance? So, oh Jesus, you're right. It's going to be like Romeo and Juliet, but MK style. But wait, isn't Cassie shacking up with Kung Jin? No, I'm thinking no. Kung Jin, no. It's Kung Jin's with Jax's daughter. That's right. There's a fun comic on DeviantArt that Melina and Jade are as lesbian roommates in Earthrealm. It's just hilarious. I'd read that, honestly. Well, again, Billy, that's Spawn, and I was talking about in-game, not guest characters. So, yeah. Yeah, but you're right. It's probably going to be... Yeah, Connor is probably going to be Cassie's love interest. That's... Oh, man, that's probably... They're going to do, like, a whole love thing, possibly. Anyway. So there you go. What other guest characters in there? I wouldn't mind Reptile back. You always got to have Reptile. I always dug him. I'd see a new Tarkatan. I'd like to see a new... Since Baraka is dead in the game, but then again, death is like power napping these days in the MK games. But if they don't bring back Baraka... I would like a new Tarkatan character. I would really like a new Tarkatan. Maybe like someone from Baraka's Brood, or something of that degree. So, yeah, definitely a new Tarkatan. That plays a little different from Baraka, but yeah. I would like to see... I think Frost is going to be in the game. I have a feeling that Frost is going to be in the game. Somewhere out there, someone is making a Romeo Juliet MK story. I know, that's probably going to happen. That's probably going to be the case. Bo Raicho, Bo Raicho was in the DLC in the last game, so consult the beard real quick. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him in there. Thoughts on Blade being an Avenger? It's neat. I don't know how long that's gonna stick, but it's neat. But yeah, so I'm gonna list off my 5 I really want in the game. Fujin. Definitely, let's first and foremost, Fujin, Frost, now I'm forgetting. That's wonderful, DPZ. Can't keep your fucking list together. Fujin, Frost, Dagon, Dagon, that was the third one. Tremor, I'd like Tremor back as an actual in-game character, and Noob Saibot. There you go. Classic combat costume skins and MKLF. That's probably going to be a given with the gear system they now have. That's definitely probably going to be a given for the gear system. So that's a given. I think classic costumes are going to be a thing. Anyway, since we now we're losing people. That's great. But yeah, for those of you who have just tuned in. For those of you who have just tuned in to the YOUniverse, DPZ here, like I said, this involves comics. This live stream involves comics that my good friend, the Mount Vernon Kid, aka Chris, sends to us for me to review. And yeah, now some of you have probably seen these comics before in the previous live stream, but Chris sent me the rest of the haul, and yeah, we got about 10 books to talk about real quick, and you'll see reviews of. Yeah, so for those who weren't here last time, I'm going to just run through them all real quick. Starting off with Prophecy, the giant dynamite crossover from 2012. Yes, this does deal with a Mayan doomsday prophecy. This involves a lot of people. You got Red Sonja, Vampirella, Dracula, Reanimator, Ash from Evil Dead, Sherlock Holmes, Panther, a fuck ton of people. So yeah, this is going to be like the first thing I read first. Next up, the next few are gonna be image books, just to let you know. So the next two are the first 2 volumes of Moonshine by Brian Azzarello. Moonshine is basically a book that is gangsters versus werewolves in 1920s Prohibition era. So I was all in on this subject. Again, most of you guys who were probably here last time saw that I had volume 2. I finally got volume 1. So, yeah, all in for that. Anyway, moving right along to the next image book, which is Bushido, Way of the Warrior. Bushido, Way of the Warrior is a comic that is essentially samurai versus vampires. And not like the Japanese rendition of the vampire, the European version of the vampire. So, I'm all in on this. I forget who wrote this. Oh yeah, Rob Levin wrote this book with artwork by Jacida Satui. Hope I'm saying that last name right. So yeah, Samurai vs. Vampires. All in. Anyway, moving on to the next image book, Witches by Scott Snyder and Jock. Yeah, this horror show of a book. Not in a bad way, but actually like an actual horror comic. Oh, this is going to be scary as all fuck. This is going to be scary. Now for some Zenoscope books. Starting off with Escape from Monster Island. Escape from Monster Island is basically a comic that... Escape from Monster Island is basically a comic that is it's not really a Godzilla comic. It is basically a prison for monsters of all kinds, like vampires, zombies, elves, all kinds of crazy shit. Prophecy by... it's done by Ron Mars. I forgot to mention Prophecy was done by Ron Mars. But yeah, Escape from Monster Island is this big book, mini-series by Zenoscope, that was a monster prison has gone quiet and a strike team is going in to find out what the fuck happened. So looking forward to that. Next book, hang on real quick. Next book is Robin Hood, called Robin Hood Legends. I've read the first volume, really good. This is the next one. Looking forward to this. It's basically Arrow, but way darker. Yeah. Yeah. Bizarre Critic, Oz meets Godzilla. That's kind of what Escape from Monster Island is. So, but Robin, it's part of the Grimm universe. I like the first volume, so I'm looking forward to this. Looks fun. Moving right along to some now Vertigo books. Some Vertigo books, starting off with The Lost Boys, aka The Lost Girl from Vertigo. This is by Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley, most guys who did Hack Slash, and several other comics for DC and Image and a few other places. What this is a official sequel to the original Lost Boys movie. Excluding those movie sequels, this is the in-continuity sequel now. I love the Lost Boys movie. I really dug this, and I like Tim Seeley as a writer, although some of his books are a little to me. But this I'm looking forward to. New vampire cult, and what more can I say? It's Lost Boys, baby. Anyway, so next Vertigo book is next book in Vertigo is Royals Masters of War. Royals Masters of War is a alternate World War II universe story where the royal family has Superman-esque powers. This looks cool. My only thing is it's done by Rob Williams, who did that stupid RoboCop Terminator Kill Human book. No, Witches has not been made into. I wouldn't be so shocked if Witches gets made into a movie soon, though. Would not be shocked on that. Back to this, yeah, maybe I've heard good things about this, so maybe Rob Williams on original stuff is good, because that Kill Human book was, fuck that book. Just fuck that book in the ass. And finally, we have Lady Machina Volume 1. Big, beefy hardcover right here. It's basically a steampunk adventure story. Think Alita Battle Angel, but with or Ghost. The better question would be Ghost in the Shell steampunk style. That's the better way to describe this. This looks really fun. Hoping I enjoyed this because there's a ton of volumes out there, so I'm really looking forward to this. This is done by Benitez Production. Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, I'm just a fan of steampunk stuff, so I'm just check this art out real quick on this Zeppelin. Is that really good? Yeah, this is some good shit. Anyway, so there's all the books. I may do this one more time just for newcomers, just to get people excited. But yeah, as you guys probably know, I am doing. You guys probably know already. I'm doing Prophecy first, but first I got to finish Transformers: Dark Cybertron. First I got to finish Dark Cybertron because I was reading that first, and that was a Christmas present, and I'm nearly done with it. I'm halfway. Yeah, the Lost Boys comic, like I said, does ignore the direct-to-video sequels. It does do that. It does ignore that, Billy. So, there you go. Hello, Caleb. Have you finished Injustice Masters of the Universe versus Masters of the Universe? I have not. I haven't picked that up in trade yet, but a friend... a friend of mine told me the ending, and I was like, really? That's how they end the book? Huh. Okay. But anyway, I'd like Trenton Tanjni, hope I'm saying that last name right, asks, I'd like to see Smoke and Shinjuku come back for MK11, and do you think Superboy Prime will be returned in DC Rebirth? I think Prime has some hand in it. I could be proven totally wrong, but I think at this point, I'd like to think Superboy Prime does have a hand in Rebirth. Like, 52 just has, trying to be all dark and extreme and all that. I think that would be the case. that it would be like this is something Superboy Prime would create. Honestly, yeah. So, um, sorry, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? No, that Anya. No, witch is the you're thinking of the witch. Different thing. The witch and witches totally different things. Um, yeah, totally different things. Um, yeah, did the Lost Boys comic give that saxophone guy? Apparently, saxophone guy is back. I do. I haven't read the comic, but saxophone guy is back. Hashtag sax lives. Hashtag sax lives. That's a thing. Anyway. Ugh. Yeah, but saxophone guy is back. Apparently. Have you read Gravity Falls Lost Legends? I liked it, and I'd like to see because they made like there's a version of Mabel who's kind of like Superboy Prime, and I was like, can we get more of that of Mabel being Superboy Prime? Yeah, or well, she's kind of like Superboy Prime mixed with Evil Morty. There was a version of Mabel, and I was like, okay. um, but yeah, I read it and liked it. Yeah. So, um, but yeah, Lost Legends. Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Lost Legends was it was pretty good. Um, I think there's talk of like another volume. Could be wrong, but yeah. Also, what do you guys? I want to ask you guys. There's been like this rumor floating around the internet that the Gravity Falls might become a part of the Marvel universe. Um, I'll kill you. I'll kill you with kittens. I'm excited for Glass. I like Split and Unbreakable. Hopefully, this movie doesn't go overboard. Like M Night. Like I really hope we get Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Split Midnight Shyamalan, not the Village Shyamalan. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, um, I just Mabel Prime. I'll kill you. I'll kill you with kittens. Yeah. But yeah, Anna Taylor Joy. I'm excited for Glass. Yeah. I'm excited for a Shyamalan movie. Weird. It's weird. 2019's kicking off weird, man. Anywho, I wish they might do a Glass comic. Maybe, who knows? Maybe like a Glass graphic novel to at least like tie together the move Split and Glass together. Are you just getting like a delay of everything? Like, yeah, the going back to what I was saying with the Gravity Falls. If Gravity Falls did make it to Marvel, what do you guys think of what would it be like if Gravity Falls was part of the Marvel universe? and not add to mainstream Marvel. I wouldn't mind that either, but yeah, let's theorize. Like, what would it be like if Gravity Falls became part of the Marvel universe? What would that be like? I mean, it wouldn't be too hard, really, to stick them in. Like, yeah, Gravity Falls is just kind of doing its own thing, and they don't team up. It's all the Gravity Falls characters, like they're all in Venom's mouth, and he's like closing it, and they're all like trying to hold it up, and like saliva's coming down on them. And it says in this issue, Venom! Exclamation point. Yeah. Anyway, I know World of Conan is a part of the yeah, it's going to be part of the Marvel multiverse, which is fine. I actually like, if you guys didn't see it already, a few days ago I did my review on Conan the Barbarian issue 1 by Marvel, from Jason Aaron. Really good book. Really good first issue. Jason Aaron, perfect guy to write Conan the Barbarian. And I really want to read Savage Sword of Conan and see what Jerry Duggan does. Really interested to see what he does with that book in particular. Yeah, definitely want to check that out and see where that goes. Hey, Cody. Yeah, there was an Avengers crossover with Conan and Scarlet Witch. I saw that. Haven't read it yet, but yeah. My question is, why did Marvel want Conan back? I mean, don't get me wrong, they got the right guy. Jason Aaron was the right guy to write the book. But why did Marvel want Conan the Barbarian back? Oh, it's not out yet. Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of something else. Why wouldn't they want Conan back? Well, it was doing really good at Dark Horse. But again, that's the second thing Marvel took from Dark Horse. And I hear that Dark Horse is doing a third book called Fuck You, Marvel. Stop stealing our shit. Anyway, so yeah. Anywho, I'd read that. Ugh. Freaking allergy. What do you think of Vision and Scarlet Witch show? I'm interested. I'm interested to see where that is timeline-wise, depending on if they keep Vision dead or Scarlet Witch dead. I don't think she'll stay dead in Marvel continuity after the snap. I do hope... Here's my thing with Avengers Endgame, and someone asked me this question a little earlier. What do I want most from Avengers Endgame? I want some of these deaths to stick. I really want a lot of these deaths to stick because I want the weight of these characters' deaths to matter. I want these deaths to matter in terms of the continuity. Like, I want like Loki to stay dead. I know he's getting a TV show, but that's going to be more like they said. It's going to be more like before Thor Ragnarok. So yeah. I want, like, Vision to stay dead. Gamora, I don't know if I want to keep her dead, but yeah. Which one? Okay, the ones I really want to stick are Vision. Vision's death to stick. I want... Gamora can be up in the air, but I think Gamora's Gamora's death for the Soul Stone. But again, her soul might be in the Soul Stone, so yeah. Loki's death and Heimdall's death to be permanent. I want those because again, this was a big event and this really mattered, you know. Yeah, there's a Loki TV series along with Winter Soldier and Falcon, but they're all mini-series. They're all going to be mini-series because yeah, I don't think you could get Tom Hiddleston and all those other actors for more than a mini-series. Yeah. Weird autofocus thing going on right here. Same, man. I want the deaths to stick and let Cap's mantle pass on to Bucky because I'm betting on Steve's going to die at Endgame. That's what I think, too, is that it's going to be the end of Steve Rogers by the end of Endgame. And then Bucky, we get Bucky Cap, which is going to be really cool. Yeah, I'd be fine if Vision comes back as like young Vision from Young Avengers, because you already have Cassie in here, and yeah, I think it'd be cool to have a Young Avengers movie somewhere down the line. Yeah, if you want to really experiment, give us Young Avengers, a Young Avengers movie. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I know but it's got to end sometime. And Chris Evans said he didn't want to play the role forever, but he was happy. Like he was very content with where the character went. Yeah. Viv Vision would be fun, but you kind of need Vision for Viv, unless you want to skip it around. It's a different continuity, so yeah, that's true. Hey, Jason, you've kind of missed a whole hour of stuff. You also changed the icon, apparently. I didn't notice that. I don't think Drax is going to stay dead. I think everyone who got snapped, I can't snap, so just follow the finger motion. But yeah, I think everyone who got snapped is going to come back. Spider-Man's obviously going to come back. You need him for the movie. So yeah. If they decide to have Conan meet other Marvel characters, who do you want to see him fight? I want him and Drax to throw down. I want Conan and Drax to throw down. That's what I want. Conan and Drax the Destroyer to throw down. Who do you think the new Iron Man will be? Robert Downey Jr., since all we know is Robert Downey Jr. is totally done. I think they could just have War Machine. I saw this and said, I need to see this. I need this as my icon. The Jasonator. That works for you, Jason. This is perfect. That's actually a perfect icon. I can't snap either, Burnouter. Guardians 3, there's so much you can do with just Rocket. I think what would be cool if like Rocket built it this could be a cool story of what happened with Rocket after the snap, and like he built a new Guardians of the Galaxy with you could have Nebula in there, but you could also have like this is how you bring in Moondragon, Richard Rider, or Sam Alexander. You could also have Quasar, whether it be Tharla Vale or Wendell Vaughn. Yeah, have those, and maybe for Marvel introductions, you could have this is how you bring in like Gladiator or something. I don't think Dave Bautista left James Gunn's after he was fired. I think he stayed on because they're still using the script. Cosmo needs to be on the team. Yeah. Yeah, Cosmo needs to be on the team. Batista's contractually to stay. Yeah, I knew he was contractually obligated to stay on Guardians 3. That was the thing, is that. But I think he was going to stay on only if they used James Gunn's script, which they are. So that's why Batista's staying on. So that's why it was kind of staying on. I think that's, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, for one more time, have I read the Conan What If stories? I have not. Well, no, I read the Conan and Wolverine one. Yeah. JL Gods and Monsters comes back. What characters would you like to see? I don't know. I'll give that some thought. But yeah, for those who just got here, for those of you who just got here, for one more time, I'm going to be talking about the reason why we're here. Um, reason being is because, yeah, Chris sent me these big stack of books, and real quick I'm going to go over them because these are all books you're going to be seeing reviews on Comic Universe. So, yeah, starting with Prophecy from Dynamite, the giant crossover from 2012 to coincide of why we didn't have a Mayan apocalypse that year, because Dracula and Sonya, Reanimator, Vampirella, and Ash from Evil Dead got together and stopped it. Have I seen the... Yeah, I did see the fight. It was really good between Bakugo and Yang Xiaolong. And following that, we got some Image books with Moonshine by Brian Azzarello. Moonshine is basically Prohibition-era gangsters versus werewolves. How could I not say no to that? Anyway, next up is Bushido, which is written by Rob Levin. Bushido Way of the Warrior is pretty much vampires versus samurai. Yeah, samurai versus vampires. Again, how could I not say no? Next up, because I'm going through all the books all at once, Witches by Scott Snyder and Jock. Very good horror book. Can't wait to review this. Is anybody else not hearing anything, or is it just me? No, I think people can still hear you. I can hear it. Yeah, people can. Is your audio just messing up, or I don't know? Anyway, moving right along to next up is called Escape from Monster Island. Escape from Monster Island is a Zenescope book, which basically what it is like it's not for just kaiju, but all kinds of monsters like the Cyclops and vampires and werewolves. All kinds of monsters are basically on this island that's a prison, and it goes dark. Now this squad has to go in to find out what happened. That's the whole thing of this. Yeah, I just talked about the whole thing, Cody. But yeah, it's not Godzilla related. It just has the same name. Also, if you guys can see, for all you Harryhausen fans out there, check out the design of the Cyclops. It's literally Seventh Voyage of Sinbad Cyclops. How cool is that? It's the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad Cyclops. Look at that shit. Yeah. Next up is Robin Hood Legends, which is part of the Zenescope Grimm universe. I really dug the first volume, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Next up is... Now we're going into some Vertigo books. Starting with The Lost Boys, The Lost Girl, which is the first volume of the Lost Boys comic, which is the now official in-canon sequel to the Lost Boys movie, the original one. This is written by Tim Seeley, who most of you guys know best as the guy who did Hack Slash. Sorry, Hack Slash. I was talking about that earlier. He also did a few other comics for DC and what have you. But yeah, I love Lost Boys, and I'm really looking forward to see what Tim Seeley does with this comic. Yeah. No, Witches was done by Image, not Vertigo. Next up, next Image book is Royals. Royals, the Masters of War, which is a superhero World War II universe where the royal family has Superman-esque powers. Hope you get that job, Marion. So yeah, that sounds cool. The only thing is that's Rob Williams. So with Rob Williams, he's the guy who did that god-awful Kill Human crossover between RoboCop and Terminator. So yeah, I don't know what to expect with that one. Hopefully it's good. And finally, Lady Machina from Benitez Productions, which is kind of like Ghost in the steampunk version of Ghost in the Shell. This looks really cool, and I love me some steampunk, so yeah. Anyway, so there are the books. As you guys probably know already, I'm already going to do Prophecy first. Because I'm the crossover guy. You kidding me? So there you go. That was all the books. I know some of them, like last live stream I did, I talked about this book, but now I had other ones to talk about from this haul because it's a haul consisting of both February, what was supposed to come to me in November and December. So this was like a cool late Christmas present from Chris. So Chris, if you're watching, thank you. Tomato, Jason. Tomato. What if Frank? It'd be probably crazy Frank, because Frank Miller did the first crossover with RoboCop and Terminator. It's not bad. Hey, Chris. Just got finished talking about the books for the third time. Yeah. So, but before I do that, because I was kind of in the midst of something, I gotta finish this first. This big, beefy-ass Transformers Dark Cybertron book. As you can see, I'm a little over halfway with it. Almost done with it, but the moment I am done with this book, I am bouncing into that collection. But yeah, the reason why is because that was a gift from my cousin as a Christmas present, so family, you know how it is. Since DC is making a Ruby comic, any crossovers you want, not just DC, but anything. I kind of would want to see him do Ruby He-Man. That'd be fun. Teen Titans first, that'd be fun. But yeah, every time I shudder every time I'm reminded of Kill Human. Is there more to it than meets the eye? There's a lot. I might do a review of Dark Cybertron on here or my other channel, depending on how I feel. But yeah, basically, Dark Cybertron I gotta finish because I'm already like halfway through. I can't just stop and do to something else, or I'm never gonna get back to finish it. But don't worry, that is going to be that's going to be on the list, Chris, if you're still watching. That is going to be the first thing I do right after Dark Cybertron. Go right to the stack, which thank you so much, brother, for that. And I cannot wait to see what you got from me for January. I know you're sending me the RoboCop comic from Boom Studios. Cannot wait. And you're sending me the Cullen Bunn Pumpkinhead comic, which I am so excited for. And a few other things but those were the two big ones that was really like, oh my God, I can't wait for those. So yeah. So yeah, thanks again, Chris, and I can't wait to see the January haul, essentially. Helping to keep this channel alive. That's what Mount Vernon Kid is doing. Have I've read some of Garth Ennis's The Boys. Ruby meets Transformers, that would be fun. I'm really hoping like one of these days Boom and IDW just get together and do Power Rangers Transformers. Just do that. You're already doing Star Trek and Transformers, and you did Justice League Power Rangers. Just get with Boom to do Transformers, Power Rangers. Who is your favorite Decepticon? Starscream. No question, it's Starscream. Yeah, that's been a thing. It's out. It's nearly on 4 issues now. Cody, where the fuck have you been? I've talked about it multiple times. Where the hell have you been, Cody? Calling it now, Transformers Power Rangers will be out by next year. I hope, if not this year, sometime later this year. Because yeah, that's pure gold right there, IDW and Boom. Do it. And they're both by Hasbro. They're now both under Hasbro. There is no way that Hasbro is going to fucking say no to Transformers and Power Rangers crossing over. Even though they're under 2 different comic companies, there is no way in fuck that they are not going to say no to instant money like that. There is no fucking way. Yeah. And there better be a fight between the Megazords and well, the Megazord and Dragonzord fighting the Combiners. There better be a Megazord Devastator fight. At least give us a Megazord Devastator fight. Or Brute them, yeah. All right, I need to get later, Jason. Glad you could stop by. Yeah. I heard that was originally supposed to be Starscream, but the movie the producer said no due to continuity stuff. So yeah. Also, I didn't realize this because I'm an idiot. David Sorboloff did the voice of Blitzwing in the movie. Now, if you don't remember David Sorboloff, he's actually done Transformers before. He did Depth Charge in Beast Wars, and he voiced Shockwave in Prime, in Transformers Prime. Yeah. So yeah, it took me. I was like, "Hey, that's David Sorboloff! Holy shit, you're playing Blitzwing now." And I have gotten off. It is I, Omnitron, and have returned and have gotten off of work. Yeah, they could release a tie-in toy line with that. That'd be really cool. They've done Transformers with Star Wars and Street Fighter. Why not for that toy line? Oh, you work in animal control. Okay. Are you here? Are you there with the missus, Omnitron? Because you usually come in pairs now, Omnitron. Yeah. Huh. She's busy working on a script. She's a script and book. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I think that might be the case of the Spawn movie, but I don't know. Like, until I see a trailer, I'm not gonna believe a goddamn word McFarlane says. Yeah. Also, speaking of book editing, speaking of book editing, I've got a story. Cody can attest to this because he's part of it too. I'm actually got a published story on the way. I've got a published story coming along the way. It's going to be in March. I'll talk further on it. I legally cannot talk further about it until the book gets like close to publishing. But if you love monster fights, you're going to love this, especially the two monsters I'm having fight. Yeah, so it's a short story and it's part of an anthology. Yeah, so Cody's read the story already and he loved it, and my editor loved it too. So yeah, and it's not going to be the only one. So stay tuned because again, I can't legally talk about it yet, but give it a little more time, like later this month, early next month. Then I'll be shouting to high heavens about this. Yeah, thank you guys so much for that. Yeah. Again, Cody can back me up on this. He's part of it too. Oh, come on, Cody. That's interesting. The Shazam thing is going to be a remake of John Williams' Superman theme. Interesting. Yeah. Also, for other... I'm not going to spoil too much, but I'm really trying not to. But there's also going to be some other great writers in there. Matt Denian, who did Atomic Rex from Severed Press. He's got a story in there. Several of... yeah. Yeah. Are you going to check out Mads Mikkelsen's new Netflix movie? I am. I haven't read the comic it's based on, but Mads Mikkelsen is really cool, and the trailer looks neat, so I'm going to give it a shot, see what happens. Hopefully it's better than Bird Box. Fuck that movie. Fuck Bird Box. Anyway. I dug Dracula from the Castlevania series. I really did. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think it's going to get a trailer like later. Later. I wouldn't say this month, but definitely like summertime. We'll get a trailer. Dracula or Frankenstein monster? I'd say Dracula. There's a story of a fanfiction of Ruby called Professor Ark, wherein Juan lied to get into Beacon and they made a professor and cure faulty tower plot. Yeah. Most underrated Decepticon in your opinion? Hard to say. Hard to say. Bone Crusher, most underrated. So yeah, I'm glad it finally picked. I'm finally glad that the live stream picked up. By the way, really happy about that, or else it was going to get really weird. Which issue of Godzilla Legends was your favorite? It's a tie between Anguirus and Hedorah's one shots. The Rodan issue sucked. Titanosaurus was okay, and Kumanga, it was more about Godzilla than Kumanga, and that's what pissed me off. So if I had to get, I'd have to say it'd either be Hedorah or Anguirus. I know everyone says that those are the two best out of the five. Yeah, Six Shot is pretty underrated. Also, apparently, we're getting a full-on Spawn reboot in the comics, not like before when it was just relaunched, but a full-on Ground Zero. Whatever. I don't know why he's doing that, why McFarlane's doing that, but I guess he's gone as far as he could with the comics, so might as well do it over again. Did you hate Tom King's The Gift? I haven't read The Gift. Oh, no, that was a Batman story. So, yeah, I did read it. I was thinking of something else. I've been liking Tom King's Batman. So. That'd be neat of the White Knight storyline being followed up with Terry McGinnis at some point. That'd be a neat idea. The comics, yeah, I've seen the Lunkar Godzilla reviews. Do you think Godzilla could support his own solo movie? I think he could. I just don't think he has the popularity to, sadly. That's the problem. But maybe in this Toho shared movie universe, anything can happen. Yeah, Punisher, January 18th. I am all ready. I saw the latest trailer and I was like, I am all in. But at the same time, I'm like, I know what's going to happen next. It's going to get canceled. Yeah. So there's actually, speaking of fanfiction, all that with Omnitron, there was actually this fun idea I had, and going back to what I was saying earlier with Gravity Falls and in the Marvel Universe, I had this fun idea for a crossover where basically there's two different ones. They both revolved around Gravity Falls and Spider-Man. where basically the first story centers around the people of Gravity Falls, all of Gravity Falls. They are turned into, like, they get all spider powers. They all have Spider-Man powers, but it's not like Spider Island where they all exactly have Spider-Man's powers. Some of the people of Gravity Falls actually have other abilities that Spider-Man and the others have had. Like some people, like Mabel can actually use Miles' venom bites. Wendy can actually create a pheromone, much like Jessica Drew. Dipper actually has the venom bites. He actually has like the venom stingers out of his wrist. So yeah, that was kind of the idea, is that they all have spider powers. And you're thinking, well, who gave all of Gravity Falls spider powers? Well, the reason was it was the Thousand. You know, that creepy ass Spider-Man villain that was literally a bunch of sentient spiders living in human skin. Yeah, turns out the Thousand survived. Some of the Thousand survived. Started biting people to try to be like, well, I'm going to try to take over their minds. Didn't work, and now Gravity Falls becomes Spiderville. Yeah. Yeah. So the other one, so the other Gravity Falls Spider-Man idea I had was, what it was that the Gravity Falls group are forced to work for Dr. Octopus because Ford is falling ill to a disease. Yeah, Ford's falling ill to a rare disease, and the only person who can save him is Dr. Octopus. But Dr. Octopus is like, look, I'll do it, but you got to do something for me first. Kill Spider-Man. And they're like, what? Kill Spider-Man? What the fuck, dude? So Octavius is like, look, okay, I get it. You guys are going to need help killing Spider-Man. I got some tools for you. So, but what he does is that Octavius brings them to use... wow, that is bright. Damn. That glare, though. That looks like I'm being fucking abducted. And the blinds are out. I swear these blinds are on. See, nothing works. The truth is out there. But what I was trying to say was that what I was trying to say was Octavius brings the Gravity Falls group to like a warehouse to use like the gear from the Sinister Six. So Stan actually puts on the Mysterio costume because he's like, look, I know how to do illusions. I'm a con artist, so this shouldn't be too hard for me. So he becomes like a pseudo Mysterio, fishball head and everything. He's like, he has to, like, whenever, like, I had the idea is like, whenever he can get the chance, he takes the helmet. I was like, how does Beck do this? Yeah. Wendy actually uses Kraven's gear because she's a tracker. She's a she can actually, like, she's a survivor. So she uses like Kraven's gear, like spears, poison darts, stuff like that. I was trying to think of like who else had, like, Seuss actually uses Rhino, like a version of the Rhino's armor, like an actual not the Rhino we know. There was another Rhino in the Gauntlet storyline that was Alexei Sitsevich's successor. So yeah, he uses the old second Rhino's armor to fight Spider-Man. And then you had Pacifica, who's roped into all this, and she actually wears like an older version of the Scorpion's armor. So yeah, she calls herself Scorpia. And Dipper himself actually uses the Hobgoblin gear. So yeah, he takes on the Hobgoblin persona, and a group of them are trying to take out Spider-Man, but really what it is basically they're more used as a distraction for the real Sinister Six to get their hands on a cachet of adamantium. So Octavius is like, I'm gonna let the old fuck die. So these guys are gonna get their ass kicked by Spider-Man. We've got me and the rest of the Sinister Six, the real Sinister Six, gonna steal some adamantium. I'm gonna add it to my tentacles, much like in the original, in like the '90s comics, and give the rest out to the rest of the world and make some money. So that was the idea. So that was pretty much my idea, guys. Oh, like I said, Mabel would be taking on the persona of... Mabel had the persona... Oh, yeah, I forgot to add Mabel. Yeah, no, Mabel... I forgot to talk about Mabel. Shit, I totally forgot that Mabel... Mabel's persona was Shocker. Yeah, she was the Shocker. She like put on the gauntlets, activating and I had the idea that like she uses the gauntlets for the first time and just blows herself half across the room, and she's like, "This is awesome!" Yeah. The other idea is like maybe like it was either going to be Shocker or she was going to make herself into a female vulture and call herself the Vultress. You know, as a play on to that dumb idea from Sam Raimi from Spider-Man 4. I can imagine Mabel sitting around and bouncing around with the shockwave gloves. She would bedazzle the gauntlets. Yeah. The Shocker gauntlets. Yeah. So yeah, also I was thinking that Dipper tries to put on a hobgoblin mask, and he like rips it off, and he's just like, "No, this is latex. This is sweaty as hell. I can't wear this. I can't breathe in this mask." So what he does, he basically like, he puts on like face paint to look like the hobgoblin, and he's like, and Spider-Man faces off and is like, "Kid, are you a kid? What? This isn't Halloween." He's like, no, I'm the hobgoblin. Fear me, yeah. Dude, you're like, what are you, 12? I'm 13. And of course she'd do the line, "Don't mock the Shocker." Yeah. The Wonder Wheel. DC Black Label. I haven't read anything from DC Black Label yet, not even the Batman Dick comic, so couldn't tell you. I am going to read that 3 Joker comic just to see what the hubbub is about that with Jeff Johns. Does anyone know when that comes out, by the way, with the 3 Joker comic? Does anyone know? We're getting Frank Miller's Superman, and I am legit terrified. Like, legit scared. Yeah, don't worry, it's not in continuity, so don't worry. It's after Doomsday Clock, so like 5 years. that's yeah, that's the problem with Doomsday Clock, is that it's taking for fucking ever. What are we on? Issue 8 or 9 now? Yeah. You know what I'm really excited for DC to come in trade? I really can't wait for Mr. Miracle to be in trade. Tom King's Mr. Miracle comic. Can't wait for that. Oh, there are 4 issues left. Good, so like 6 more. Like, yeah, 2 more years. It's not part of the Batman. Yeah, it's not part of the Batman Millerverse. So you guys can take solace in that. I just opened a window. Okay, that's slightly better. Yeah. Although it is kind of funny, like going back to the Gravity Falls Spider-Man thing, I also had this idea, this fan fiction idea, where they actually are the Spider-Man villains. Like, Spider-Man is still Peter Parker, but they don't know it's Peter Parker. So, basically, it's an alternate universe where they're all the Spider-Man villains. Like, Wendy is Kraven, Dipper is he's Otto Octavius in this story. Seuss is the Rhino. You've got Stan, who's Mysterio. Ford is the Tinkerer. No, he's the Vulture. Fiddleford. Yeah, Fiddleford. McGucket is the Tinkerer. Yeah, McGucket is the Tinkerer. Ford is the Vulture. Robbie's the Shocker. Thompson's the Sandman. Pacifica is Black Cat. Mabel in this one. I forget, who did I have as Mabel? She's Electro. But yeah, sorry, I just went into that rant. Like, yeah. What would you like to see if they ever make Flash Earth 1? I'd like to see it written. That's what I'd like to see. Out of all Hulk's villains, who do you think caused him the most grief? Abomination? I could go with a laundry list with that. Anyway. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what I said, Omnitron. Devil Hulk, cool. They just don't use him anymore. Probably because he's fighting the actual devil now. Is the Earth 1 books basically like the All-Star comics? No, there's a difference. There's more Earth 1 books, and the All-Star books are... Well, one of them is better. One of them is better. Do you think we'll actually end? Do you actually think you'll end up writing that Spider-Man Gravity? Which one? I thought I just said 3. What would you? Who would you make Little Gideon as a Spider-Man villain? I think I would make him the Mind Worm, if you guys remember that villain, or Mr. Negative. Yeah, there is a Hulk horror book. It's called Immortal Hulk. It's amazing. Go read it. What Hulk villain would you want to see in Immortal Hulk? Well, we had Absorbing Man back. He's in hell right now. I'd like to see their take on the Wendigo. No, well, they did Sasquatch, but Wendigo would be cool too. The Glob. There we go. The Glob. If any of you guys remember the Glob, that guy. Either him or Piecemeal. Glob or Piecemeal. But yeah, if you guys aren't reading Immortal Hulk, I don't know what to say to you. Go read it. No, he's not. Abomination is not alive anymore. He's still dead. They made a clone of him, but it was weird. Yeah, Abomination is... Emil Blonsky's still in hell, so... As a gag, Toby... Yeah, I heard about the Hulkverine thing. Is Tina... I didn't even know that was a thing. It's still a thing. I didn't even know if that was a thing. Oh yeah, Hulk versus Weapon H. Finally. What do you think of Brian Banner being an Immortal Hulk? I think it's really cool that they brought his father back in the most terrifying way possible. And I'm really excited to see this whole one below all thing, how it turns out. Happy Hogan Sonny first appeared in Superior. What? That was a thing? I knew Superior Iron Man was a thing, but this is a legit. A teen abomination was a real thing. Okay. Don't know how to feel about that. Yeah. Yeah, that's so crazy. I didn't know teen abomination was a real thing. Natharna Hotep, he's cool. No problem with that. Nice review of Planet Eater. Thank you. For those who don't know, I did my review of Godzilla the Planet Eater here on the channel, like here on Comic YOUniverse. You guys go check that out. It was really fun. It was a good review of a not good movie. Yes, I have heard about the Army of Darkness Bubba Hotep crossover. Yeah, I've heard of it. I think it's coming out soon. You think Nate? I didn't read that issue, so I don't know. I put Weapon H on the list. I enjoy it. Okay, I haven't read Weapon H, but it's like Hulk. I know it's a Hulk Wolverine spinoff, so yeah. That's all I know about it. Like, anyway, what do you think of the Diamond? What would the Diamonds think of Hulk, especially after seeing his raw power? They'd be like, "Kill it, quick!" Have you seen 3? I have it on my list, 3 Below, but I have not watched it yet. I just now started watching Devilman Crybaby. That's how far behind I am. Yeah. I just now started watching Devilman Crybaby. Yeah. So that's how far behind on Netflix shit I am. Yeah, so that's all yeah. Will they kill off Old Man Logan in the original? I think they're killing him off in Dead Man Logan. Black Widow is getting in. Yeah, I heard that Black Widow's. It's going to be a more horror centric Black Widow comic. So I'm going to be checking that out. And Invaders sound cool with their first adversary in Namor next week. All right. I'll give those two a shot. Because I know the directors, the Soka sisters. I think I'm saying their name right. They work for Blumhouse, and they've been writers on horror movies before. So now they're doing Black Widow. So I'm interested to see where they go with Black Widow as a horror book. We are getting Old Man Captain America. Neat, but isn't Captain America dead in the Old Man Logan timeline? Hopefully you will finish Troll Hunter before you watch 3 Below. All right. Yeah, that's why I think they're killing off Old Man Logan because of Return of Wolverine. I was like, why do we need the old one now? And we also have X-23 and the other X-23 clone. Oh, okay. Old Man Hawkeye really hinted that Cap wasn't killed off. All right. I know they're doing Old Man Star-Lord, too. So I'll see. I want to see the Old Man universe cosmic level. I want to see where that went. I know Chris is sending me Old Man Hawkeye when it comes out in trade. So yeah, I knew that. Old Man Surfer. Well, Surfer can't turn old though. Maybe we'll see what happened to an Old Man Quill. You know what Old Man series I'd like to see? I'd like to see a who would like I'd like to see a Old Man Venom. Yeah, Old Man. What happened to Eddie Brock after the symbiote went to that dinosaur? Old Man Venom. There you go. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Bucky, not Steve, who Red Skull killed. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I totally forgot. We also still have Ultimate Wolf. Yeah, we still have Jimmy Hudson. We still have Jimmy Hudson from the Ultimate Universe. Well, you do get Bullseye versus Hawkeye, apparently, in Old Man Hawkeye. So yeah. Holy crap! I'd read Old Man Venom. I would too, Caleb. That's yeah. Old Man Miles. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. Yeah, I would read Old Man Venom. Like the symbiote is like still like it's barely sticking to Eddie now. Or it could be the time like I said, how did the symbiote get to a fucking T-Rex from Eddie Brock? Yeah, I'd love Old Man Punisher. That'd be cool. Well, Johnny Storm. I think they confirmed that Johnny Storm was dead. That he was among the dead. So. Old Lady Danvers. Is she? I don't think they confirmed her dead, did they? In Old Man Logan. But yeah, Old Lady Danvers. Like she's doing cosmic stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, just looking through the comments right now. But yeah, Old Man Carol Danvers, that old lady, excuse me, Old Lady Danvers would be fun. Old Lady Kate Bishop, Old Lady Kate Bishop. I'd really dig a Kate Bishop book, an old lady version of Kate Bishop. Yeah. I think he did tell him that the mutants died off naturally in his universe. I think he told him that, and they took it pretty hard. If you stick old in front of the name, it will sell. Just like the Deadpool versus miniseries, which I'm still waiting for. We've had Deadpool versus Gambit, Deadpool versus Punisher, Deadpool versus Black Panther. Now, can we just get Deadpool versus Venom? You did Carnage. Why not Deadpool versus Venom or Deadpool versus Hulk? Yeah, that's actually the better one. Deadpool versus Hulk miniseries. Oh, that's a good one too. Old Man Ghost Rider. Huh. Yeah, if DC can do Old Lady Harley, why can't Marvel? Exactly. Eli Bradley would also be a cool one. Old Man Eli, that'd be a neat one. It would be a spinoff since Old Lady Kate Bishop was an Old Man Hawkeye. All right. I didn't know. Chris is apparently sending me the Old Man Hawkeye series when it comes out in trade, so. Ghost Rider, Old Man Ghost Rider would be cool. Like an aged Johnny Blaze, and the Ghost Rider entity is looks old and decrepit, like the bones are kind of breaking apart, the jaw's kind of hanging loose. And it just looked like a mess. Like he just looks shambly. All of that. It just looks like that would be a neat. I'd really like to see the fire's kind of smoldering. Yeah, the hellfire is smoldering now. That's a neat. That would be a neat idea. Old Man Ghost Rider. Yeah, Old Man Blaze. There you go. Old Man Blaze. Yeah, Old Man Blade would be cool too, but he would really not look too old because the vampire blood in his body keeps him looking young for a while. So I think he'd just like have gray hairs, maybe some wrinkles, maybe look like he's more in his 40s now, or late 30s at least. We already had Old Man Hulk Marion in Old Man Logan, so. What if they did Old Man Doctor Doom and 50 years later, okay, maybe this was a mistake. Where did I leave my time platform? Old Man Parker because he lived too long to get married to that old lady who's Spider Bitch's daughter. Yeah, Old Man Peter would be a neat one, Chris. Like people were saying, I'd like to see who was his who. It wasn't Mary Jane apparently. Was it Gwen? Who knows? Old Man Parker going out against dying at the hands of fighting the elderly six. But we kind of already had a Old Man Peter Parker story. It was called Spider-Man Reign. You guys remember Spider-Man Reign? I do. It was weird. Mary Jane died by radioactive spider spunk. It was, yeah. The Senile Six, there we go. Have I read the Old Man Logan arc, Days of Anger? I liked it. It was nice to see Maestro. That was a neat, that was pretty neat. Yeah, I knew he was the evil version of Hulk. I knew, because, I knew that already. Omnitron. Oh, that'd be cool, Chris. Old Man Thor series with his granddaughters. That'd be a neat idea. And with Aaron doing the book, that'd be totally great. Like, it could focus on the future Thor we saw in the God Butcher storyline, and then it's like, oh shit, it's part of the Old Man universe. Out of all the dark futures, which superhero had it worse? Good question. I would say the one who got it the worst was like Hulk in Peter David's Hulk the End. That's a depressing ass book. I think Ben Grimm's also dead, by the way. Thomas. He was among the dead in the Old Man universe. Old Man Conan. That'd be great. I guarantee you that's going to be a book at some point in the Conan the Barbarian series. They're going to do a version of Old Man Logan with Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, like the last days of Conan. I have a feeling they're going to do like something like that. Also, what Earth is Marvel Zombies? I can't remember the Earth name, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that did sound familiar. The whole, like, that was the idea of Arnold wanted to do with the character when he came back. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a King Conan story. I don't think there is a multiverse council of Franklin Richards. I think there's just the one Franklin Richards. Hercules and Conan and the Avengers are teaming up in Avengers No Way Home. Yeah. They're supposed to be working on one for the original with the original cast. Oh, okay. That's been in development hell, though, hasn't it? But yeah. So, um, did you read Quantum Jack? I have not read it. Um, yeah, I'm sorry about that. How about a King? That'd be cool, but no one has the rights to Inhumanoids right now, and I don't know where they are. Ugh. Sorry, I was looking. I thought I saw something on like a bug or something on my collection of pops. Old Man Ben 10, that'd be neat. 20 worst comic book storyline of 2018. I don't know. Gonna check. Am I gonna check out Bendis Young Justice? I don't know. I don't know if I am or not, Chris. I did not like his Superman in the least, so I don't know. Inhumanoids is Hasbro, but but for some reason they just don't have the comic rights for some reason or something. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if January has given it. I'm gonna flip through and see. What would you want a Hasbro? Yeah, I do want a Hasbro shared cinematic universe, but we haven't gotten that yet. Kind of wondering when we will. Um, if Bendis is going to kill off John just so Connor can be the only Superboy, yeah, I feel like Bendis might do that too. Yeah. Bumblebee could lead it. I hope so. I still have not seen Bumblebee yet, unfortunately. I couldn't. Yes, I know. I haven't seen Bumblebee yet. I haven't had the time. I have a life outside this, you know. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. I'm just flipping through and seeing what we have in the news, if any news. Uh, they say Bumblebee is a prequel, but really has nothing to do with the Bay movies. I've heard about that's the case. Yes, John is Superman and Lois's son. Um, yeah, I've heard that the Toei Spider-Man might be in the Spider-Verse series. I've heard that, and I really want that for the next Spider-Verse movie. And I know we have the Revolutions universe. I know that. Or Keanu Reeves Wolverine. I can't see it. I mean, he's a good actor, but I don't see him as Logan. Apologies. Yeah, Superman is more important than Clark's personal happiness. Fuck that noise. Um, I don't know why they hate hero relationships. My thing is that it's um, probably because it's just too hard to write for some people. I think he'd be cool as John Litch if they ever did a Gen 13 movie. Billy. The Wildstorm universe, that's going to take some time. Yeah. So I'm just looking through the comments right now, and sorry, I was just flipping through all this. What I love about Young Justice is that it embraces everything Dan DiDio hates. Yeah, that's why I think it's good. I think it's a good show. It just embraces everything that Dan DiDio thinks makes DC suck, when really that's not the case. I think he means the show, Billy. So yeah, I know I'm being quiet right now. I'm just kind of flipping to see um, what if I've missed anything, because usually the afternoons have something, but I'm not seeing anything so far. Nope, I don't see anything. So let's get back to you guys real quick. Let's see. We still got a few people here. What was I going to say? But yeah, I think Billy. I think what RS is trying to say is that it was the TV show he was talking about, not the comic. I haven't seen season 3 yet. Still, sorry. All right, bye, Marion. Did you hate the Titans Young Justice graduation day along with Linkara? I haven't seen that one yet. How many times do I have to watch JLU episode Flash and Substance before I stop crying over Wally's death? Have I read any of the new Mars Attacks comics? Not yet. I have read the classic ones. I did have the IDW one. I did have the IDW one for a while. It was all right. I still have the Mars Attacks IDW crossover they did. So yeah, I do have that one. Ultimate Muscle, ever seen it? I've heard of it, never watched it. Ugh. Yeah, heard of it, never watched it. Is anyone else looking forward to more Invader Zim news? I am. They've announced that it's going to be in spring, so March or April. I think it's March or April. March or April. It's supposed to premiere. So yeah. So yeah, that's the release date so far for the Invader Zim Enter the Florpus, which I am all excited for. All kinds of excited. Which established character would you like to write comics for if you ever had the chance to pick? Hulk. There's no question about it. Hulk. If not, I would like to write Ghost Rider. Hulk or Ghost Rider. Either one of those two. Definitely either one of those two. All hail the tallest. My tallest! My tallest! My tallest! We were wondering when you were going to stop on your own, but it's been 3 hours now. 3 hours! Hey, that's creepy. You're being creepy, Zim. Yes, I know. Oh, man. So I guess, like, just for shits and giggles, I guess I could tell you guys about what me and Jason are up to for the Infinityverse. I think I talked about last live stream. I talked about I basically talked about the we're doing this new thing called Infinityverse Spotlight, which are these going to be these one and done story, character centric stories that are going to focus on a certain character throughout the Infinityverse. So the first, I've decided I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to like the first character because I'm writing this right now. The first character that's going to be the first spot that's going to get the spotlight in Infinityverse Spotlight is Jet Jaguar. Not going to say the full story of what it is, but trust me, Jet Jaguar is definitely going to have some. I'm going to have some fun with that character. So yeah. Yeah, so. Punch, punch, punch! Yep, that's right. Punch, punch, punch. So there you go. There's the first one. I've actually thought of a few since, like a few others down the road. But yeah, it's starting off with Jet Jaguar. He is going to punch some fools, Cody. He is going to punch some fools. Yeah, he is indeed going to do some fool punching. Like Marvel. No, not in Marvel Infinity. This is a fanfiction universe me and Jason Voorhees 2011 have been doing. So, yeah. Yeah. Marvelous! Yep. I don't want to say what are the other one-shots, but they are going to focus on not just heroes and other members of the Infinity League. It's going to focus on all characters of the Infinityverse. We thought of a few. I've thought of a few lined up, but yeah, some of them are going to be heroes, some of them are going to be villain-centric. But trust me, they're all going to be. Some of them are going to be one-and-dones. Others are going to have kind of like the Transformer Spotlight, where it develops something within the universe about it. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the inspiration for it was the Transformer Spotlight comics. That was the big inspiration, was Transformer Spotlight. So there you go. Huh. Didn't know that. Sorry, I've been sitting in this chair for almost 2.5 hours now. I'm a little, I feel like my seat's starting to merge with my ass through osmosis. I was actually afraid this live stream was going to be a bust after sitting here for so long. Like, I was a little afraid. And I was like, oh god, is no one going to show up? And then it was only like a few people, and then more people came in. I was like, oh, thank god. Okay, Omnitron, there's something about your life I didn't need to know. And so on and so on. Yep. Yep, it's bugging. Yep, so I'm going to have to cut this short. All right. Well, hope you all enjoyed this live stream. It's internet's probably crapping out on me, so I apologize for that. But hope you all enjoyed this live stream regardless, and I will. I guess I'll see you guys later.